Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great Saturday. This is a very special weekend. Uh, this weekend, my wife and I will be celebrating 40 years of marriage. Um, and all those who said um, she would should never have me and never keep me, um, well, I guess we can say you're wrong. I am a blessed man, and she has overlooked a ton of faults and many shortcomings in my life, and continues to love me with just an unconditional love. I am a blessed man to have Rhonda as my wife, and so just great weekend. Look forward to celebrating and remembering all that God has done and how much He has done in our family. Sometimes when we're all together, I just kind of sit back and look and am amazed when this whole crowd comes together that God has given me. And I am just, again, just a blessed man. All right, let's jump in and finish up the book of Jonah. I'm also a happy man because we're finishing the book on a Saturday. It doesn't happen very often. I like to finish chapters on Saturday, and I really like to finish books on Saturday, so we come back on Monday with a fresh start. Acts. Sometimes I amaze myself. Jonah chapter 4. We'll be looking at the last couple verses here, beginning in verse 11, verse 10 of chapter 4, and where we read these words. Then said the Lord, Thou hast had pity on the gourd, for the which thou hast not labored, neither madest it grow, which came in the night, and perished in a night. And should not I spare Nineveh, that great city, wherein are more than 60,000 people that cannot discern between their right hand and their left hand, and also much cattle. Um, an odd ending to the book, to this book. But God says, is it right for you to be angry about a silly little gourd when all these people's lives are at stake? You care more about this plant that you didn't plant, you didn't tend to, you didn't have anything to make it grow. You didn't contribute anything to make this plant go, this gourd grow, but you care about it. You're miserable about the loss of a plant that you have absolutely nothing to get to deal with, but you're willing to sit up on this hillside and watch thousands of God's people that He created die and go to hell. Now, Jonah was thrilled when God cared for him and delivered him from the fish. He was thrilled when God sent the gourd to give him shade, to cover him up, but he has no concern over these people who God says can't tell their right hand from their left hand. In other words, they don't know right from wrong. They don't know, they don't know any better. And so, Jonah, how can you have that kind of, or not have a heart that you would care more about a gourd than you would people? And that's a good place as we bring Jonah to a close. A lot of it's been about disobedience, whether or not we would be obedient to God. But it comes down in the end to this simple question: do we care about lost people? His disobedience was over people who were going to die and go to hell. And sadly, many Christians are the very same way. We are more concerned about a lot of things. And I'm not even going to try to list them. We're more concerned about many things than we are the lost people all around us. I'll use, in wrapping this up, I'll use an analogy, an illustration here that is very relevant for this time of year and for especially the area in which I live. There are many people, probably the vast majority of those who are watching and listening to me today, who have planted some form of little garden in their yard, or maybe even a bigger garden. And if the squirrels come along and eat all the tomatoes off of your vine, you're going to be really upset. If the worms get your cucumbers or squash, or the neighbor's kids come and bust all your watermelons, you're going to be really, really upset. But your neighbor who lives right beside of you, who you speak to almost every day, you throw up your hand, maybe you have cookouts with them. They don't know Christ. And if they were to die today, they're going to die and go to hell. And like Jonah, we're sitting on our hillside more concerned about a plant than we are a soul. Think about it. What are we concerned about lost people all around us? You have a good day. Have a good weekend. We will see you back here Monday morning.